Comedian reads scary death note from Sinaloa Cartel founder El Mayo Zambada. Thank you so much. Paco Stanley gets handed a note. This is a small gift from your friend. Mayo Zambada from Culiacan. We're here and always present. Journalist says Lalo Lasal just informed us about an attempted snatching. It may be an assault, but what is certain is that someone has been injured. Reportedly, one unalived, conflicting versions. Lalo, more details? We're seeing live images of what's unfolding on the southern street. At 12:05, Paco Stanley was leaving the TV broadcast station on the south side of the city. He was traveling in a black SUV. Suddenly, an individual carrying a submachine gun burst fire. Mr. Stanley unalived instantly. The vehicle was struck with 26 gunshots. We are very, very saddened by what happened to such a beloved person like Paco Stanley. Stanley's friend. Well, I'm at a loss for words. The truth is, what happened is an outrage. A beloved friend has left this world, Mr. Paco Stanley. The feeling is one of pain and helplessness. What we lack is a government. We lack people with the balls to defend our men, our sons, our husbands. The death of Paco Stanley hurts all of Mexico because he was such a great person. Crying. Was on my way home from school. I was on my way home from school. My brother told me that Paco had unalived. Born in Mexico City in 1942, Francisco Stanley Albaitero's childhood was filled with disadvantages, growing up poor and with the raging alcoholic of a father. Stanley's difficult upbringing motivated him to work hard at school, studying psychology and advertising and marketing while completing his law degree at a Mexican college. But Stanley knew from a young age that he aspired to be an entertainer. Everybody who knew Stanley admired his humorous banters and smooth professional-sounding voice, which only furthered and fueled his passion for a career in the field. In 1967, Stanley began his career as a radio announcer working for XEXAM on a popular radio station in Mexico City, where he slowly gained name recognition. By the 1970s, Stanley transitioned from radio announcer to television news reporter, getting hired by the largest Mexican mass media station at the time, Televisa. As his reputation steadily grew in the entertainment industry, Stanley earned an admiration from both seasoned colleagues and Televisa executives. Aware of Stanley's charisma, charm, humor, and positive reception with Mexican audiences, Televisa soon offered him the co-host position on multiple shows. Under his new stage name, Paco Stanley, he co-hosted numerous successful comedy programs and talent shows throughout the 70s and 80s. In 1988, hoping to leverage his career, his growing popularity and celebrity status, Paco Stanley entered politics, running as a candidate for the Citizen Assembly in his native district under Mexico's PRI political party. However, Paco's political career was short-lived when he lost his district's election, forcing him to return to television. Yet his failed political career turned out to have a silver lining. In 1993, Televisa offered Paco Stanley the hosting role for Ándale, a new evening music comedy variety show, causing his fame to soar to new heights. His involvement not only catapulted him into extreme stardom, but also significantly boosted the network's viewership and ratings, setting groundbreaking records. These new accomplishments only solidified Paco Stanley's name as he became the king of Mexican television in the 1990s. By 1995, Paco concluded his successful TV show Ándale and launched his new one, Pacatelas, where there were rumors of Paco being on cocaine benders before filming episodes. At times, Paco will go on a tangent, denouncing the rising number of crimes committed by cartels in Mexico or poking fun at several drug organizations. Paco Stanley didn't realize it at the time, but he was under the watchful eye of one of the co-founders of the Sinaloa Cartel, Mayo Zambada. In 2023, a brief clip of Paco Stanley accidentally reading a supposedly private note from El Mayo Zambada handed to him by his crew while filming an episode of Pacatelas went viral. I was wondering that when I saw the video initially at the beginning of this video. I was wondering to myself, well, why would you even say the man's name like that on TV? Why wasn't this a quiet wipe of the brow like with Chalino Sanchez? You know what I'm saying? Why was this spoken out loud like that? That explains it. But again, the moment you saw the man's name, you could have stopped talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wild out. I guess he could have been high, and he was in his zone of doing the show. He not thinking he gonna have to censor a name being said on a letter handed to him live on stage, you know? The internet speculated that the note contained a death threat or warning from El Mayo because of Paco's nervous behavior and attempt to cut the tension in the room with his humor. Thank you so much. This is a small gift from your friend, Mayo Zambada, from Culiacan. We're here and always present. Your family. Is he talking about my family? He's referring to his own family, right? And your kids. Nah, he talking about your family, bro. You know what I'm saying? He talking about your family. Nah, he referring to your family.
Ay, me quemé, ¿verdad? Es que al final vi lo que decía. Por favor, no lo lea al público y lo vi hasta el final. Ya quemé a todo el mundo aquí.
Yeah, they probably should have. The end of the letter said, "Don't read this in public." They probably should have sent that memo at the top of the page. You know what I'm saying?
¿Y quién es Mayo, ¿No está? ¿Quién es Mayo?
So who's Mayo here? Where is he? Camera pans the crowd. Well, he doesn't even want to raise his hand. I think he left. Staff said, I think he left. Why would you try to point the man out, though? Rumors circulated online that this man is El Mayo Zambada, sitting amongst the audience bearing a similar resemblance to the Drug Lord's Wanted sketch. This guy right here? I don't think so. This dude looks like he got blonde hair on top. This guy back here? Maybe. Guy behind him. But not this fucking guy. No way. Yeah, I doubt he was even there. I think he was just a note, and now they're looking at every mustache like, oh shit, is it him? But the events that followed got worse for Paco Stanley when he suddenly started receiving an alarming number of unaliving threats, forcing him to hire a temporary security detail. Televisa also decided that the network needed young, energetic, and new hires, ultimately firing Paco via a fax message to his office, enraging him. They sent him a text, basically. Aware of Televisa's decision to fire one of its most successful and profitable talent, TV Azteca, an emerging new rival of Televisa, hired Paco Stanley and offered him a brand new show on their network. TV Azteca aired its first episode of Paco Stanley's new network show, Una Tras Otras, in 1998. He kept landing on his feet, but Paco Stanley wouldn't remain the host for long. 1 year later, on June 7, 1999, tragedy struck and Paco filmed his final episode of television, Forever. I think we could all use a pick-me-up, don't you agree? We need to say, oh, how nice, thank God I'm alive, I'm so lucky. My God, oh, how lucky I am to have been born. Let's all say it. I've got some bad news. It's time for us to go. Shortly after the broadcast of the episode, Paco Stanley went out to breakfast at a popular Mexican restaurant with assistant and co-host Mario Besares. After finishing their meal, Paco and his assistant head to his vehicle, a black Lincoln Navigator, and wait in the car for Mario while he uses the restroom. Suddenly, 3 men armed with machine guns approached Paco Stanley's vehicle and fired more than 20 rounds at him, striking him 3 times in the head, killing him instantly, unaliving him instantly. News of Paco Stanley's death quickly broke out across all television stations in Mexico, interpreting their scheduled programs to report the tragic and shocking news. Helicopter and ground crews flooded the scene to capture live footage. Meanwhile, police and investigators rushed to preserve the crime scene, placing a white sheet over Paco Stanley's lifeless body in the passenger seat. However, the overwhelming number of civilians flocking to the crime scene forced the police to drive the vehicle to a separate location while Paco's body remained in the passenger seat. Police drive Paco's car to a forensic lab. Speculation behind the motives of Paco Stanley's unaliving rapidly circulated across the nation. From TV Azteca accusing the local government of orchestrating the murder of Paco Stanley to rumors of Televisa allegedly hiring a hitman after he signed the contract with the rival network. Investigators even suspected Mayo, Paco Stanley's co-host, along with other work acquaintances, as possible accomplices to the crime. Boy, these are a bunch of squares in suits over here, but they putting bags on people's heads or facilitating bags on people's heads. However, they were soon declared innocent due to lack of evidence. It's like, I don't know, bro. Look, I don't know. What do I know? But the prevailing theory was that Paco was connected or had relationship with organized crime, allegedly having close ties with the leader of the Juarez Cartel, Amado Carrillo Fuentes. After the recent viral clip of Paco reading Mayo Zambada's note, many believed that he was responsible for Paco's unaliving and sent him the note as a future warning. Paco Stanley unalived at the age of 56 and was laid to rest on June 8, 1999. Next day, his funeral services was broadcast live across all television networks with thousands in attendance. As of 2024, Paco Stanley's murder remains unsolved and speculations remain at large, of course. The assassination of Paco Stanley is still considered one of the saddest, most controversial, most scandalous events that occurred in the history of Mexico's entertainment industry. Shit.
¿Podría describir lo sucedido el 7 de junio?
Oh, the 7th of June. They got a movie about this, y'all, about this Paco Stanley jump off.
Bajamos a la camioneta y...
Oh, shit. Oh, no, there it is.
Mataron a Paco.
The viral video of him reading the note, that didn't come out supposedly till 2023. So it's like they take these viral things that are happening, they jump on these movie opportunities and TV show opportunities quickly. Oh, it's a series. Holy shit. Okay. I might have to check that out.